Does it really make sense to stage a home, whether you're looking to sell a home or just impress the guests that come over? In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips on home staging and whether or not it makes sense. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I put together some stuff here. So when you're selling your home, which this is going to be the major topic, by the way, is if you're staging your home to impress home buyers. Because you can stage your home and impress guests, and that's awesome. But you don't really get a return on investment on that. But when you're looking to sell a home, you want it to look its absolute best. You want to home stage, learn what to do, how to stage, things like that. So first and foremost, what is home staging? If you're not familiar with what home staging is, it's when you take a home and you apply a marketing strategy with a little bit of psychology into it. As far as, for example, when someone enters a room, they get a certain vibe, a certain feeling of the room. Is it a mess? Is it cluttered? Or is it nice and staged where the furniture is in the right place and you have the right knickknacks up, tchotchkes, whatever you want to call them, right? Artwork, things like that. But it's ultimately a marketing strategy for home sellers to get the most money possible for their home and the most amount of offers, right? Which leads to more money. So when you home stage, you minimize the house's flaws and highlight its best features. You're packaging your home to make it appealing to home buyers coming through. Home staging, if done right, creates a relaxing and inviting atmosphere. Potential buyers will want to linger around in your house. They'll want to stay there, like on these shows, these HGTV shows where home buyers come through after the home has been staged or remodeled or renovated, and they're like, wow, and they just don't want to leave the home. That's a good feeling. Home staging can do that, okay? So a lot of effort goes into buying a home, and buyers look at countless home listings. They look at tons of homes usually, and they make split-second decisions. A home buyer comes through a home and they're like, is this home for me? Does it make sense for me to purchase this home? Does it make sense? Can I live here? Can I function in this home daily? A prospective buyer should be able to visualize how he or she would feel. And the home should set the stage so that it feels personal to the buyer, not to the seller, to the buyer. So visualization is a key concept in home staging. Now, I want to share with you some stats I put here as far as why home staging is important. We talked about what home staging is and kind of dove in deeper to that definition, but I want to share with you why it's important. So the National Association of Realtors put together a study, and they said that staging the living room, which, by the way, there's multiple stats here I want to share with you that I think you'll find interesting. Staging the living room was found to be very important for buyers, about 46%, followed by staging the master bedroom. The master bedroom was about 43%, and then staging the kitchen was about 35%. So, to recap, stage the living room first, the master bedroom second, and the kitchen third. I would have thought that the kitchen would have been first, because the kitchen is the number one room to renovate and or update when you are looking for resale. But apparently, when staging is involved, then that takes precedence, right? The living room. But it makes sense. People coming in and they see the living room. So among buyers agents who represent home buyers, having photos and videos and virtual tours available for the home that's on the market was more important, especially since COVID. Made sense. When COVID happened, many people wanted to see as much as they could about the house without having to go out to see multiple houses in person because of COVID, right? The pandemic. 23% of buyers agents said 23% of sellers agents reported that staging a home increased the dollar value offered by between 1 and 5% compared to other homes not staged. So you get more money for your home from home buyers, maybe potential home buyer, multiple potential home buyers, You get more money for your home if you stage the home. And by the way, you can do this professionally or you can actually do it yourself. Speaking of that, well, actually, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm going to be sharing with you later on here about how you can DIY your way to staging a home. But there's 3 key benefits of staging a home. First one is it helps a buyer, a prospective buyer, visualize living in the home. 2, the staging can increase the amount of the offer or the offers, like I just mentioned. And then 3, staging can lead to the house spending less time on the market. There's a lot to gain there when you home stage, okay, when you stage your home. So how do you stage your house yourself, right? DIY. For those of you who are brave enough and you don't want to hire a professional home stager, which can be hundreds or in some cases, if your house is huge, thousands of dollars. Then if you want to save money and have the time and the desire to do what it takes to present your property in the best way, the DIY option is the way to go. The tasks you might need to perform a medley of repairs and home designs, from rearranging furniture to decluttering, removing personal photos, get rid of the personal photos, put them in a box, store them away, by the way. Decor, adding new curtains, throw pillows. You always see throw pillows being added in these HGTV shows. You always see them adding tons of throw pillows on couches and on beds, and you have no place to lie or sit. But there's a reason why they do that is because throw pillows add such a great look and feel. It's visually appealing to buyers coming through. I don't know why, but it does. Throw pillows. You can also add homey touches like cut flowers, house plants. Make sure your house smells amazing. You can use candles or diffusers. Don't overdo it on the candles though, because buyers might think that you're hiding something. But a little bit of candles never hurt, okay? And even a plate of fresh baked cookies. Excuse me, right? Cookies. Think baking. Boil some oranges too. That I've heard that. Run some lemons through your garbage disposal, right? So the scent goes up in the air. All these things. The cookie thing is probably good if you're having an open house, because you can bake them and then leave. And if you're working with an agent who's having an open house, do it that way. Or if you have a bunch of showings scheduled, just leave the cookies out. Hey, please take one. Pretty impressive, okay? Now, if you have a real estate agent, can you ask them to actually stage your home? Well, it's not really an agent's job to stage your home. They can offer you tips, right? Like I just did. I'm a realtor and I provided you some DIY tips earlier, but an agent can probably refer you to somebody who does it for a living and someone who's very good at it. And they may actually bring out their own items to add to your home and then collect it after your home sells. So, I want to share with you actually whether or not home staging is worth it. So when we talked about the numbers, it specified that there's a lot of benefits, and especially if you can do it yourself, there's a lot of benefits to home staging. It can add a considerable selling advantage. It can market your home in a way to where you'll get a higher offer quicker. Whether it's worth it in your case, well, we need to consider a few factors, okay? And actually, I've got 4 here. First one is your timeline. Do you have to sell that home quick and as is, and it doesn't really matter about getting the most money because you need it sold, you need access to that money from the equity, from the sale. Your timeline matters. Second, the total cost of staging, right? Does it make sense to spend money on staging it? For example, if you hire someone, does it make sense? Does the total cost add up to you getting more money in your market, right? If you're in a seller's market, you may not have to stage it. Third one is the value home staging could add to your home is a benefit. You could add value to your home by home staging. And then the last one is what the seller's market is like where you live. If you're in a market where homes are flying off, the market and they're getting multiple offers and top dollar, then it doesn't make sense to spend more and home stage because it's probably not gonna make a difference. But if you're in a buyer's market where buyers can negotiate the heck out of you, then you want a home stage so you get more buyers fighting for your home because it's beautiful and it doesn't look like the rest of the houses that are on the market in your neighborhood, okay? So, just some things to consider when it comes to home staging. That's all I really wanted to share in terms of this topic. So, again, does it make sense to home stage your home? Yes, especially if you're looking to sell, not just impress the guests, family, and friends that come over. Although DIY, DIY home staging would be great just to do it, because if you entertain a lot in your home, it could be beneficial. People give you compliments about your home, right? If you're DIYing. Anyway, so this is in a nutshell, home staging. I hope you found this episode valuable. Go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about home staging? Have you done home staging? Have you done any of these things on your own? Go ahead and share that in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and thank you for watching.